Yo, Jets Nation, welcome back to another live stream. Today we got a rumor to talk about. What else is new? More rumors, more speculation regarding who other than Aaron friggin' Rodgers potentially coming to the New York Jets. Now, this rumor, and the reason why I have to start it off with this, excuse me, this is a rumor. What does a rumor mean? In my eyes, a rumor means it's a report from somebody that I don't know if it's 100% factual. Therefore, I call it a rumor. So please do not take this report that I'm about to read as 110% truth. I wanted to talk about it because we can speculate a little bit more as a Jets fan base, and we could talk about this as, hey, is this real? Could it be false? Let's all discuss it together. So if you guys can do me a gigantic favor, hit that thumbs up button on your way into the show as we're just getting started here on the Jets Media Show. Let's get right into the report. So here we go. Here's the report from Tony Pauline of Pro Football Network. Here is the article. NFL news and rumors. Are the Jets focused in on a trade for Aaron Rodgers? Let's read it together. Last week from Shrine Bowl practice, Pro Football Network reported that the New York Jets will make a move to acquire Aaron Rodgers in a trade this offseason. That has been further confirmed here in Mobile. In fact, one source said that general manager Joe Douglas is admitting to people in the league that the franchise will go all out in the attempt to bring Rodgers to Gang Green, and it only makes sense. The team is in desperate need of a signal caller, with Zach Wilson looking more and more like a draft bust. Factor in owner Woody Johnson's comments not long ago that he'd be willing to pay whatever is necessary for a quarterback, and it all adds up. Well, who else could be making a move for Rodgers? Enter the Las Vegas Raiders. So that is the latest report from Tony Pauline of Pro Football Network. Now, this is someone that in my eyes isn't that reliable. I haven't really, throughout the years, I've seen him report things that hasn't come true. I've seen him report things that has come true, which is why I have to make sure that I say it again, that this is a rumor. And just because that this is reported doesn't mean that it's 100% factual. But the one thing that I will say is the Jets are immobile, and there are instances when during the Senior Bowl, that's when all the general managers and the coaches come together, and that's when people start talking to one another, and that's when these type of reports come out there. So we don't know if this is 100% factual or not. But the one thing that does make sense to me is that Robert Saleh said that they're going to be aggressive for a veteran quarterback. Woody Johnson said earlier when he talked to the media that he's going to give the okay to go all in for a veteran quarterback. Who is the veteran quarterback that's probably the best veteran quarterback that potentially is available? That's Aaron freaking Rodgers. So I hope this is true, because that means that the Jets are going to go all out there for Aaron Rodgers. And it makes too much sense. They went out there and they got Nathaniel Hackett. They are looking for a quarterback at the magnitude of Aaron Rodgers. So, right, take this report with a grain of salt, but I honestly, we will see what happens, right? We will see what happens. But I definitely want to get your guys' thoughts in the live chat right now, or if you're watching a replay, your biggest takeaways from this rumor from Tony Pauline, that this Joe Douglas is making people know, and he's admitting to people that the Jets are going to go all in for Aaron Rodgers. We also saw Garrett Wilson post on his Instagram story, his second Instagram, by the way. He's in Hawaii with his buddies, and he was somewhere like a casino or arcade. I don't know where he was. And there was a picture of Aaron Rodgers, and he posted it on his Instagram story saying it's a sign. So obviously Garrett Wilson is promoting. And here, in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I have to show you what I'm talking about. So I tweeted it out. This is Garrett Wilson on his Instagram story. It's a sign. Garrett Wilson posted that himself. So we got Garrett Wilson lobbying for Aaron Rodgers. We also saw Devontae Adams lobby for his former buddy Aaron Rodgers to come to Las Vegas. So the Aaron Rodgers stuff is heating freaking up, everybody. It's heating up, and I think that he's going to get traded. I really do. I think that it's inevitable that he will be moved and he will be traded. And I cannot wait to see if and when and where he goes, because I'm so sick of all these speculations. Am I right? Am I right? So, guys, I do want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of today's live stream, which is Indeed Prize Picks. If you guys use my promo code JetsMedia, you will get 100% deposit matched up to $100. Prize Picks, you can make a big-time parlay for the Super Bowl. They got a really cool player prop bet with Patrick Mahomes over 1 yard. That's easy. You can bet on Jalen Hurts. You can bet on all these different things here on Prize Picks for the big game, the Super Bowl in not this Sunday, but the Sunday after that. So use my promo code JetsMedia to download Prize Picks today to get 100% deposit matched up to $100. Now let's get into the chat and see what you guys have to say about this rumor. What's up, Richie? What's up, man? Nope, too many unnamed sources don't believe it. Jimmy Jets ain't believing it. I don't blame you, man. Yearly reminder that Mark Sanchez is 1-0 versus Tom Brady in the playoffs. Let him know. Let them know. I love it. Do you think we will give up 2 firsts to get Rodgers? I think, personally, that if we do get Aaron Rodgers, knowing Joe Douglas, he's going to somehow figure out a way to get this man without giving up 2 firsts. I would prefer the Jets give up a second-round pick for this year and a first-round pick for next year so we can hold on to that 13th overall pick because that is very valuable. It's going to be hard for the Jets to pull that off, obviously, but we will see. We also heard some rumors about David Bakhtiari, the tackle for the Packers, that could be included in the trade. And if that's the case, the Jets are going to have to package even more. So we'll see what happens, man. No way we trade 2 firsts. Yeah, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked. Jamal Williams also thinks Rodgers is going to the Jets. Yes, he does. I made a video on this a couple days ago on my channel that Jamal Williams on Good Morning Football, he said that he thinks Aaron Rodgers is going to the New York Jets. And that's just him predicting. He doesn't know anything, obviously. But he is a former teammate of Aaron Rodgers, and they are close, right? They are close. So let me get your guys' thoughts in the chat right now. Are you reading into this report thinking that it's 100% going to happen? Or do you think, no, not happening, Richie? Too much of a pipe dream. I don't want to get my hopes up. Stop talking about this. I just want to look forward to the Super Bowl and not think about any of this stuff, right? I don't know. How you guys feeling about it? Ragnar Jet is getting in on the vision. Rodgers behind a healthy Makai and ABT, distributing to Breece, Garrett, Elijah, best big body receiver, and our tight ends, possible Super Bowl. Ooh-wee. Damn, that gets me excited. NY Jets super fans excited. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go. Everybody, do your boy a gigantic favor. Hit that thumbs up button on your way into the show. Let's get everybody tuned into the chat right now. Tuned into the chat right now. I'm excited, man. The New York Jets are looking at potentially bringing in Aaron freaking Rodgers. And I feel like you guys need to let me know in the chat if you're in on it. What type of draft compensation are you willing to give up? And what aren't you willing to give up? Right? That's where we're at right now. And I really feel like you guys need to let me know. Please. Because your guys' opinions deserves to be heard, baby. We can only hope that we're getting Rodgers. Yes, sir. We all smoke in the... Yep. I mean, what else are we going to do at this point, right? We're just sitting here, sitting back during the offseason, hoping and waiting for this to happen. And that's the issue at this point, man. Jets fans have nothing else but just hold on to speculation, hold on to hope, and hold on to something that something's going to happen. Robbie's going the pessimistic route. We can only hope to Rodgers, but we get let down so many times we'll probably end up with Tannehill. No, don't say that, man. Don't say that. It's Aaron Rodgers, baby. Come on. Manifest that. Manifest it into existence. I promise you, we're going to be good. We're going to be all good, baby. If you break it down in the perspective of, you know, the Jets and the Senior Bowl going on right now, and there's people talking to each other, I feel like if you really connect the dots, that this rumor doesn't seem too far-fetched, because I think the Jets are going to be going all in for Aaron Rodgers. So that's why it's like, oh, well, Joe Douglas really keeps it in-house. He doesn't really report things like that. Why would he squeeze this out there and report this? Well, I personally think that he could be talking to people, and he could be letting them know that we're going to go all in for Aaron Rodgers. That was going to be competition. With Tom Brady retiring, I know that a lot of people are talking about how it could impact the Jets because now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are another team looking for a veteran quarterback. And now Tom Brady's not going to go to a team like the Raiders potentially or the team like the 49ers potentially. And now those teams are quarterback hungry and they can take Aaron Rodgers away from the Jets. All that makes sense. But I still think that the New York Jets are the favorites to land Aaron Rodgers because of the whole reason that hearing Robert Saleh say we're going after a veteran, hearing Woody Johnson say that he gives the okay to the Jets front office to go be aggressive for a veteran quarterback, and now to hear a report that Joe Douglas potentially is going to go all in, it just makes too much sense, man. It makes way too much sense because Joe Douglas understands that he was here for 3.5 seasons. He's built this team. There's no more saying like, oh, well, he's been given a bad roster. You got to give him time. Well, the time has been had. And Joe Douglas has built a quality, young, youthful, talented squad. Drafting Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson and Elijah Vera-Tucker and Elijah Moore and all these guys that are on rookie deals. Good job, Joe Douglas. Wasn't perfect, but he still developed his team. He still added talent throughout the roster. Not to mention DJ Reed being his best free agent signing, no doubt. He has not been perfect in free agency, no doubt. There has been a lot of misses from Joe Douglas in free agency. But Joe Douglas is looking at this team, and I'm sure he's looking at it thinking to himself, wow, we really are a quarterback away. Like, this team is ready to go win. And if you go back to last year, you look at the way that this team finished off the season with 6 straight losses, the offense was the reason for that. Yes, the defense did not play as good as we'd like, but the offense was the issue. So that is the reason why I think Joe Douglas going all out for Aaron Rodgers makes sense. It's a risk that he is willing to take because guess what, Joe Douglas? Your seat is going to be hot if the Jets fail miserably this season, especially if you go and you just settle for a Ryan Tannehill or a Baker Mayfield or one of those C-level quarterbacks. We don't want that here. We're ready to go. We're ready to, guess what? Dare I say, win the division. What? The Jets winning the AFC East? Yeah, I know that's far-fetched. But if we get Aaron freaking Rodgers, you better know that those expectations will be had amongst Jets fans. Because we got the Buffalo Bills who didn't look too good in the playoffs. We beat them once. We got the Miami Dolphins, who are going to be a better team under Vic Fangio at the defensive side of the ball for sure. And we got the Patriots getting better. I'm not saying that the Jets are going to win the division with Aaron Rodgers, but I can definitely tell you that they'll have a chance. I mean, we were in the contention to win the division this season. Don't forget that. With Zach Wilson and Mike White and Joe Flacco. Imagine a quarterback that knows actually how to play football and move the ball. And guess what? Score points. Wow. What a concept. Scoring points. Scoring points. Yes, Aaron Rodgers would score points for the New York Jets. Brooks Orlando says, I'm praying. I watched every Green Bay game. His feet and arm strength is still elite. It was a collective failure. He was MVP year prior. You don't fall off of that extent in year one. JD should go all for it. I agree. And don't forget, Brooks, he won MVP the year prior to the year he won MVP. Back-to-back MVPs, right? So there's still a lot left there. Rodgers said himself he still feels like he could play at an MVP level, and I still think he can. Especially when you pair him up with a familiar face in Nathaniel Hackett. It just makes way too much freaking sense, guys. And I think Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. I just genuinely believe that. Just because the Jets are the better landing spot, the Raiders need him too and have more to give up. Well, the Raiders can't really afford him, right? A big reason why they're moving off of Derek Carr is their cap issue. They gave Devontae Adams the big contract, and they're in cap hell. And the Jets are not that much in cap hell. They can restructure a bunch of deals. They can cut a bunch of players, and will free up some cap space. So we also have some assets to give up. And yeah, the Raiders are definitely a team to look out for. I'm not saying the Raiders are not in the conversation to get Aaron Rodgers. They are. They are in the conversation to get Aaron Rodgers. No doubt about it. But the Jets got to be more aggressive. And if they have to give up an extra couple picks to get it done, you do that. Because the window's now. You give. Come on, baby. Older quarterback is in his sunset years always risky. Of course it is. But you also got to look at Tom Brady. He played his best football at this age. I feel like the quarterback position, when you're older, maybe your body is not in its prime, but your mind is in your prime. The more experience you get at the quarterback spot, the better you become, the more wise, being able to process things. That's what Aaron Rodgers brings. He will unlock Garrett Wilson to become one of the best receivers in football. He will have a run game to rely on with Breece Hall and hopefully a revamped offensive line. He has Elijah Moore. He has Denzel Mims, who, by the way, could be a better player with a good quarterback because he has never had a good quarterback throwing him the football. And we'll still have some assets to add to the talent in the receiver room. Not to mention our tight end rooms is set. I like Conklin and Uzama and freaking Ruckert. I like those guys. So, and not to mention the top 5 freaking defense. This Jets team is ready to go, man. This team, and I always come back to this point. Richie, have never been this comfortable of saying, yeah, go all in. Go all in for a quarterback. We are ready to go. We're ready to win. I never say that. Usually I'm very conservative, and I'm thinking with the perspective of, no, we need to focus on the long term. I want to build a sustainable winner. But the unfortunate reality is that Zach Wilson cannot be our quarterback this season. And you look at the talent around the roster and how they're all constructed financially speaking with the rookie deals that we have. You know, you see the Cincinnati Bengals. They're winning with Joe Burrow on his rookie contract and Jamar Chase. We might not have a good quarterback on his rookie contract. I mean, we do have a quarterback on his rookie deal in Zach Wilson, but he's not playing good. But we have talent on rookie deals. And good teams win when their talent is on their rookie deals playing at an elite level. And we have that with Sauce and Garrett and all these boys. So now is the time to go. The window is today. The window is this season. That's my point, right? Usually it's not the case. A couple of years ago, I'd say, no, we can't go all in for a quarterback. We suck around the quarterback. Our defense has so many holes. We have no weapons. We have no offensive line. Well, guess what, guys? Joe Douglas has done a good enough job for us as a fan base to be comfortable to go all in for a win-now quarterback, and that should feel good. We've come a long way. And it doesn't feel that way after losing 6 in a row, and we have a sour taste in our mouths after that disgusting collapse. But this team is trending in an upward trajectory compared to other seasons, and that's a fact. We may not be a quarterback away from a Super Bowl, but we are a quarterback away from being a team to be reckoned with. I think we can beat anybody with Aaron Rodgers. I do. Not saying we're going undefeated. That's not my point. But we beat the Buffalo Bills with Zach Wilson. I think we could beat the Buffalo Bills again with Aaron Rodgers. We have to verse the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles this year, 2 teams in the Super Bowl. We have to verse a lot of big-time teams this season. And we need a quarterback that knows how to pick apart a defense in order to win those games because we cannot rely on our defense, right? Jose, you're supporting the Miami Dolphins. Good luck, Jets fans. Dolphins got a healthy Tua and Vic Fangio. We coming for healthy Tua. He's healthy now, but will he stay healthy throughout the season is the question, Jose. But good luck to your Dolphins, my man. Congratulations on Vic Fangio. Big-time hire. How do we know JD is going all out for A-Rod? We don't know that, George. It is a rumor. It is a rumor from Tony Pauline of Pro Football Network that was reported. I'll show you guys the report again in case anybody missed it. And if you don't win with Rodgers, then you are back to 4 to 5 wins. You mean after he's back? After Roger leaves, you mean? So this is the report and the rumor that we're referring to here on the channel today. It's from Sorry, my mic got unplugged there. My apologies. But according to the article, there's people in mobile at the Senior Bowl that have heard from Joe Douglas saying that he's telling people that they're preparing to go all in for Aaron Rodgers. That's what the rumor is. I don't really take this as 100% factual, but it's definitely a report that us as Jets fans need to look into and keep in mind, right? That's what we have to keep in mind. And I am sick of this just as much as every single one of you guys, by the way. I'm not someone that wants to talk about this in a speculation perspective forever. I want a trade to happen or not to happen. I want our quarterback to be announced so we can evaluate what this quarterback is doing. I don't like the speculation. It's frustrating. Who wants to talk about this? Because the last thing I want to do is for all of us Jets fans to get hyped all the way up to fall back down after Rodgers says, yeah, no thank you. I'm retiring. Or, yeah, I'm going to go to Vegas. Or, yeah, I'm going to stay in Green Bay. Or, I'm going to go somewhere else. So, don't get your hopes up too high. That's all I'm going to say. But I will finish it off by saying there is definitely a likely chance. So, I want to open this up to a Jets Q&A so you guys in the chat can ask away any questions. Super Chats go first. But you guys are more than willing to ask me any questions that you may have regarding Aaron Rodgers, regarding the New York Jets, regarding anything. Let me know. Marvin says Wilson, Moore, Mims, Rodgers, definitely a playoff contender. Yes, that is a playoff contender because we got the weapons. We just need the offensive line. That's the thing. We have the defense. We have the weapons for Aaron Rodgers. What we don't have is the offensive line, and that will be the priority this offseason to fix. It's not like we don't have some talent on the offensive line. We just have to stay healthy. I'm looking at you, Mekhi Becton. Looking at you, Elijah Vera Tucker. Please, stay healthy. Just get healthy. And stay healthy. Breece Hall, please. We need you. He's going to the Raiders to play with Adams in a brand new domed building and nice weather and less taxes. No, he's not, Jim. Okay? Is this possible? 100%. But I'm not going to say that it is just so I don't want to. I just don't want to think about that. It's a possibility for sure, but not happening. Does Vic Fangio to Miami worry me? It doesn't worry me, but it definitely makes me think that the Dolphins will be better next year because I think their defense was a big issue for them. And we know how good Fangio is as a DC. So I don't think that it worries me, but it's definitely something to look out for. Jose, a Dolphins fan, says Jets should not invest in a quarterback, put more money on the O-line and defense. Y'all were top 5 in every important defensive category, become smash mouth offense supported by defense, old school. Yeah, Jose, that will only get you so far. You saw what the 49ers did. You're basically talking about the San Francisco 49ers and what happened. No quarterback, they lose in the NFC Championship. I don't want to be a team that's so good around so good at every position but the QB, where we get to the playoffs, we can't make a run because you need a quarterback to win a Super Bowl, right? You need a quarterback to get you to the big game and win you the big game. And I know it's so wild for a Jets fan to talk about a Super Bowl, but I don't want to be a team that's riding on a mediocre quarterback that has a good team around him. I want to have a great quarterback with a good supporting cast and go all in. Because I think that, say we run it back with Mike White, for example, right? And we beef up the O-line, the defense gets better. We might make the playoffs, but we're not going to go far. Right? Go get that bad man. We're trying, man. New York Jets, Florida says, I don't believe this headline. Yeah, man, it's a rumor. And I'm sure here's the report in case you want to read it for yourself. It is a rumor from Tony Pauline. There's reports and some people talking at the Senior Bowl, and that's where this is coming from. So there's general managers, there's front office people. There's a lot of people at the Senior Bowl, and Joe Douglas is talking to people, and then people start chattering, man. So this is where the report's coming from, in case you guys are wondering. JD, go get that bad man, Aaron Rodgers. Thank you for the $2, my guy. Thank you. Jets should bring back Quan. Yes, they should, and they will. All it means, all in means getting fleeced. I mean, I guess you could look at it that way, but all in just means they're going to be aggressive and get him no matter what. A mediocrity quarterback just got San Francisco to the NFC title game. Yeah, they did. And I want to go to the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. That's my point. I don't want to have a mediocre quarterback and a good team where we just get to the AFC Championship and we lose. Now, I know that might sound like, all right, Richie, you're getting ahead of yourself. If we get to the AFC Championship, that's a dub. That's a great thing. Yeah, of course it is. But I don't want to be the reason why we don't make it to the big game is because we don't have a quarterback. I want to get a quarterback right now. Right? I want to get a quarterback right now. And I get that a mediocrity quarterback got the 49ers to the NFC chip, but he got hurt. They didn't have anybody behind him, and they didn't have a quarterback that entire game, and they got destroyed. I truly believe we can win with DC. Derek Carr. His 4K yards at 30 touchdowns with our D is 12 win minimum. Jets, Jets. Eddie is a fan of Derek Carr. I could definitely see it happening. There's no doubt about it that Derek Carr is likely. Hello, who are your favorite current New York Jets players and your favorite all-time Jets? Well, my favorite players currently, it's a good question. There's a lot of likable guys on this team. A lot of likable guys on the Jets right now. Like, I don't want to be typical and pick I'm going to have to say Sauce Gardner, probably, because he was my favorite player in the draft process, and I didn't think the Jets were going to draft him. He was one of those guys where I'm like, Sauce Gardner's so cool, but unfortunately the Jets aren't going to draft him, and they did, and then he ended up being first-team All-Pro. So I'm probably going to have to say Sauce. And then all-time, growing up, turning 25 years old in 2 months, so I didn't get to see, sack exchange era, obviously. So I grew up with, Chad Pennington was the quarterback when I first became a Jets fan. Vinny Testaverde, I was a little too young for that era. But, big-time fan of Nick Mangold, big-time fan of Jericho Cotchery, big-time fan of Darrell Revis. That goes without saying. DeBrickashaw Ferguson. I mean, those are my guys, right? David Harris. Those are my players. Who had a more impressive defense in San Fran, Ryans or Saleh? I'd say Saleh. Want to know why? He got them to the Super Bowl. Ryan's defense collapsed in the NFC chip. Right? Saleh got them to the Super Bowl. Probably regular season Ryans, but playoff Saleh. I can't wait for Rodgers to start acting up once that O-line can't protect him, especially with their new hired O-line coach. Just ask Titans fans. Yeah, that's not happening. Come on. And we can invest in a better one in a couple years once we get to the playoffs a few times. Yes, sir. Sauce should be everyone's favorite current Jet. Facts. $30 million quarterback while losing 6 starters on defense and 4 on offense is not winning a Super Bowl. $30 million quarterback while losing 6 starters on defense and 4. What are you referring to? I don't know what this means. Is this the 49ers you're referring to? If the Jets invested in a veteran QB, is best they are thinking about a Super Bowl. Oh, yeah, Marvin. My man Josh, what's up, Richie? Tuned in. Hope we get Rodgers. We this close. Yes, we are, bro. We are this close. Hope you're doing well, my man. Richie, you're going to be 25, and I'm older than you. I'll be 26 in the summer. Yeah, you got a year on me, man. I'm turning 25 on April Fool's Day. April 1st is my birthday. 1998. Get Carr, draft a QB next year, and have him and Zach learn. Boom. Playoff, then Super Bowl. Jimmy sees a vision. Can't complain. As a kid, Lavernius Coles was my all-time favorite Jet. Very underrated Jet. Love Lavernius Coles. What about Quinnen or AVT? My favorite is AVT. Yeah, Quinnen is definitely up there with my favorite. AVT is up there with my favorite. Anyone that watched my channel, Elijah Moore was my favorite player on this team heading into this season, and then kind of requested a trade. It's kind of like, oh, okay, that's not going to happen. So let me know your guys' favorite Jets in the chat. Who are your favorite Jets on the team right now? What if we end up in a code red situation where Carr goes to the Saints, both Brady and Rodgers retires, Jimmy G goes to the Panthers, and Tannehill re-signs with the Titans? Well, Joshua, that is a bad code red scenario, but anything can happen, and I'm sure the Jets are prepared for this. Then we got to pivot for, I don't know, Baker Mayfield. At this point, just freaking re-sign Mike White. How about that? Yeah. I don't know. Moore did us dirty in all our hearts. I know. Jose's favorite Jet as a Dolphins fan is Brees. Love it. Mark Sanchez, the GOAT. Love it. Happy birthday, Richie. Well, thank you, but my birthday's not until 2 months. But thank you for the early birthday, Marvin. Appreciate that. Fun fact, my birthday's April 1st, and my buddy Jack's birthday's April 2nd. In case anyone is wondering. Current Sauce, Big Q, all-time favorite, Revis Island. Can't go wrong with that one. Right now, Sauce and Brees before Curtis Martin and Revis. Can't take. Love that one. I'll take any quarterback over what we have. Yep. Who's your favorite Jet who isn't that good, but you just like him anyways? Mine is definitely Mike White. Mike White's a great one. That's a good question. Your favorite Jet isn't that good, but you just like him anyways. Elijah Moore. He hasn't proved to be that good yet, right? Still love him. This is a good question. There's a lot of guys that come to my mind, but I can't think of. I love Michael Carter II. I really think he is a lot of upside. I really love Michael Carter II. I love Michael Carter. That's a perfect person, actually. Michael Carter, the running back. Michael Carter, the running back, I love. And he's coming off a down season, right? And since you said he's not that good, that's a perfect one. Michael Carter, the running back, man, I love him because his personality, his leadership, his play style, it's very unique, and I just like him. So I'm going to have to go with Michael Carter. Braxton Berrios is a good answer as well. And I'm hoping Carter can have a better season this year, man, because he definitely disappointed in year 2. Philly Will. That's a great one. We have the same birthday, Richie. Let's go. Let's go, Adam. April Fool's Day, baby. Mekhi Becton is mine, but I am the only one who thinks Michael Clemens is going to curb stomp someone when he starts the season. Mekhi Becton is one of mine as well. I have a Mekhi Becton jersey. Think Knicks trade for OG or Levine. Go Jets and Knicks. I think the Knicks are definitely going to make a trade. I know that OG is really linked. I'd prefer OG over Levine, but I don't want to trade too much for OG, even though we're rumored to give up like all of our protected picks. So we'll see, John. Let's go Knicks. The only thing Berrios did was drop the TD pass in the Vikings game. He also kind of disappointed as a punt returner. He would call a fair catch too often and not field it where he should have, and it pinned us back deep. I don't know. Berrios had a really good start to the season, by the way, and people forget that. He had a rushing touchdown against the Miami Dolphins. He had a rushing touchdown against the Green Bay Packers. He wasn't bad early on. He just kind of fell off later. Scratch that. My current Jet is Bryce Huff. Great answer. It's crazy how I'm thinking about all these players, and I've been able to meet them all. New York Jets have done good connecting with fans with the team. Hell yeah, man. Hell to the yeah, baby. So, again, guys, this stream is based off of this rumor from Pro Football Focus that one source said that general manager Joe Douglas is admitting to people, to league, that the franchise will go all out in an attempt to bring Rodgers to Gang Green. We'll see if that actually happens. We don't know if that's factual. It's just a rumor. So, again, please do not read too much into that. Will the Jets be on Hard Knocks? We are one of the teams eligible, but even if we're not on Hard Knocks, it's all good. Want to know why? Because we got one Jets drive, baby. Hey, Richie, just wondering, how come the draft time changed for the franchise? Because the Xbox draft is 8 p.m. on Sunday, and we want to stream them, so we don't want to do the same night. So we wanted to separate the two. So we're doing the PS5 draft Monday instead. Nick should have traded for Donovan Mitchell, just saying. Yeah, George, you don't have to remind me. Imagine how nuts training camps will be next season if we get A-Rod, bro. Like, training camp, the buzz around training camp this season was phenomenal. I can't imagine the buzz would be at camp with Aaron Rodgers, bro. One Jets drive is better than Hard Knocks. Exactly. Do we really have to wait until June to find out about Rodgers? No. I know some people are saying that, but I don't think that's the case. We're going to find out about Rodgers after the Super Bowl because we'll find out, is Rodgers retiring or not? And he's also going to tell the Packers if he wants to stay or not. We'll find out way sooner than that. Brees and Reed, favorite current Jet. Great answer, George. Underrated duo, baby. Let's freaking go. So, guys, if you're just tuning into the show, if you guys could do me a solid favor, hit that thumbs up button on your way in. We greatly, greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into the show as always. Let's freaking go, Jets. We all love this offseason, man. It's going to be a great one. Rodgers either retired or goes to the Jets. He's done with Green Bay. Yeah, I think Green Bay is also done with him because I think they're ready to start it off with Jordan Love. So, yeah, that's really it. I mean, there's nothing really else to talk about. We talked about the rumor. We talked about the report. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. We have to wait patiently for that to happen or for not to happen. So let me know your thoughts, guys, in the chat or anything else about this rumor. And I'm excited to figure out what's happening because we have a lot of things to figure out in terms of this Jets team. A lot to figure out. So that's really it for the stream, guys. There's nothing really anything else for me to talk about. We covered the rumor. We talked about the report from Tony Pauline, and we talked about all the speculations regarding the New York Jets. And, yeah. And I think that Jets fans need to remind themselves that we are a quarterback away. We are ready to go all in. This is the window. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Now's the time to go trade for the quarterback. Now's the time to go trade for the quarterback. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap up the stream here. I'll catch you guys next time. Let's go, Jets. And Aaron Rodgers to the Jets soon.